very interesting slide. This depicts the challenge faced by enterprises today, and I'm sure most of you will relate to this slide. And this is how a typical enterprise environment looks like. On the right hand side, you can see pillarification of consumer channels, which actually is the customer. And on the left hand side, you see are the business systems. This could be your CRM, this could be a billing system or a payment system, or this could be one of your partner systems. It is important to connect the two and orchestrate the customer journey for a consistent customer experience. But what are the challenges faced by large enterprises? Enterprises have huge problems stitching together a great customer experience story. You have legacy systems, there is a lot of integration work to be done, you have multiple channels, you have multiple vendors. This creates a chasm between the data lake where the data lives and the channel where the customers are engaging in the moment. And on top of that, the infrastructure is often not scalable, some on-prem, some on cloud, and it's a huge problem for large enterprise. And as a result, what you see is silos. You have multiple vendors doing things differently in a different way, but by the end of the day, it's only one customer and the mix isn't healthy for the customer. Our value proposition is we connect to the channels, we monitor customer through the journey. So let me give you an example. Let's say one of the internal banking system has triggered that one of the banking customer has done an international transaction that could be fraudulent. We have the capability to check the location of the customer, whether he is in roaming or in home location. Once we verify that the customer is in roaming, we can pull the profile of the customer either through an API request to an internal system or a profile that can be maintained inside the platform. And we understand which channel does the customer would like to converse. If it's WhatsApp, we push a message on WhatsApp to take confirmation. If the transaction is to take confirmation and understand if the transaction is authentic. And what we do is we go back and update the internal banking systems to process the transaction. And if there is no reply, we can configure things like a fallback channel or updating back to the banking systems that there is no response. All those retry mechanisms can be configured here. I'll move to the next slide. We know that customer interactions do not happen in isolation. They need to be orchestrated with your backend systems, but adopting to a new channel should not require re-engineering your existing systems. So that is why you need platform like Webex Connect. We are like a glue between the business systems and customers. We are in the middle of stitching together customer channels to business systems and automating those interactions. Automation saves costs. Stitching together means you can improve your customer experience. And this is something that we focused in the last 3-4 years, helping large enterprise improve customer experience through our CPaaS platform and centralizing those tools and controls. We have one of the best platform globally to help large enterprises deliver those exceptional customer experiences. And if you're like any other leaders that we work with, you will be interested to reduce the cost to serve customers, give them self-serve option on multitude of channels, and the ability to switch between bots and agents with the context of the conversation, reduce risk and issues. And this is something we've been delivering across the globe with all the large enterprises that we work with. And this is our CPaaS platform, Webex Connect. It focuses on the digital transformation journey that all businesses are focusing today. You have customer interactions on one side. This is where we see customers are moving into from our existing bread and butter channels like email and SMS to digital channels. And on the left-hand side, what you see are the business systems. They either generate events that demand a communication to be invoked to a customer or serve as a data source from which various automation journeys can draw information. And this is the middle layer. You can build those business logics and orchestration. And within Webex Connect, we have 6 layers of enterprise CPaaS. At the bottom, you have service assurance infrastructure layer. You have communication channel management here. You have integration and setup management. You have NLP, NLU, and AI-powered conversation automation. You have intelligent layers that you can centralize and control customer journeys on. And I'm going to touch upon a couple of those pillars that I've spoken about. Over the last few years, we've been investing a lot on social media channels, be it Apple Message for businesses, Facebook, or Twitter. We believe it is essential to meet the customer where they are. They are pillarification of channels in the market today, and they're not going to stop. They're going to grow. The reach is going to increase. What we are seeing is customers are slowly moving away from having a conversation on voice and email to more of new age channels. We will see a tremendous growth in the market for these channels. As you see here, there is a very different user experience that is possible with each of these channels. It's not a one size fit all. Apple does not design the channel same like how Facebook does. They have their own way of building those buttons and carousels as you see on the screen. But what you need a single platform that allows you to build those rich experience. We've worked very hard to become a handful of vendors to have direct connectivity with partners, companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook. All right, so this is going to be an interesting use case. The use case that I'm going to show is on RCS. RCS is a rich communication service. It's available on Android handsets, and anyone who uses Google Messages as an inbox can get RCS message. It's basically SMS 2.0. It uses the same inbox but gives you an elevated experience. And you can upgrade the user experience for clients that are using RCS. The use case is more of marketing and royalty driven. This case, someone has received an award. I'm going to play out the experience. This really showcases how the system can be integrated to the backend systems. And as you see, in this case, we are showing how a customer can redeem his credit card points when you push a message to redeem those points. The question is, can you contain them in the same channel that they're already using in, rather than asking them to go to a web page or divert it to somewhere else? The channel offers rich customer experience. You have what you see here. You have carousels. You have you can scroll through the products. You can integrate with backend system for the next best action and provide those right information back to the customer. And as you see, this is a tap, not text experience. You don't have to worry about NLP that constantly has to be upgraded. You can purchase on these channels and complete those end-to-end transactions. And what you see here is an incredible, powerful experience. Here you can see we can check the CRM and add the rewards to the cart at the point of sale. You don't have to remember those things and those points or the credit card, the voucher that was given. So we auto add it while the payment. And imagine the kind of customer experience this is going to generate. I'll move on to the next slide. Is more of a returns journey. We all know no one enjoys return. They can be time consuming, unpleasant, tedious, but I'm going to show you how we've simplified the return journeys using Webex Connect as a platform. Let me play the video for you. The use case that showcases here is how we've simplified a return journey. We've printed a QR code on the invoice. Customer has to just scan, like you've seen before. It's just to scan the code from his mobile to start the return journey.